Dawn breaks over a world untouched by time, an immense ocean of green, shrouded in mist. With the arrival of the sun, the forest slowly awakens, layer by intricate layer from canopy to floor. Even in a single drop of water, the complexity of this entire world is perfectly reflected. The morning's first proclamation. A single voice carries for miles, defining its owner's territory. Life here exists on a different timescale, 1,000 wing beats per second to sip the morning's first nectar. An ancient society is already at work, a vital part of the forest's complex engine of decomposition. Against the dawn's vibrant colors, the forest's inhabitants begin to reveal their iconic silhouettes and shapes. For the shy tapir, the misty morning provides a few moments of peace at the water's edge. Some of the jungle's most beautiful secrets are fleeting, reserved only for the darkness just before dawn. A marvel of natural engineering, a trap for the unwary, now glistening like a string of diamonds. From above, the true scale of this forest becomes clear, a single, vast, interconnected living entity. Camouflage is the first rule of survival. Here, a predator can hide in plain, sunlit sight. Life need not be fast. For the sloth, conserving every ounce of energy is the key to survival. Light is the currency of the rainforest. It filters down, creating a constantly shifting mosaic on the floor. On this tiny stage, a creature of almost impossible delicacy waits for the world to warm. Patience is a weapon. For the caiman, stillness is the ultimate ambush, a portrait of prehistoric calm. Before the forest can be seen, it must be heard. A symphony of calls, each with its own purpose. The forest floor is a larder for those who know where to look. A family works together. The rivers are the arteries of the Amazon, carrying water and life deep into its verdant heart. Even in decay, there is extraordinary beauty. Fungi work to reclaim the fallen, creating their own light. As the day shift begins, the creatures of the night must retreat to the safety of the shadows. Social bonds are crucial for survival. Grooming reinforces the hierarchy and maintains the family's health. The bark of a single ancient tree is a universe unto itself, teeming with countless smaller lives. The cool morning air meets the warmer water, creating a mysterious, ghostly veil across the river. Vibrant color is a language in the jungle, used for courtship, warnings, and territorial displays. A flash of impossible blue, a warning to some, a brief, beautiful spectacle for others. In the early light, shadows become giants, briefly transforming the landscape into something far more dramatic. To survive, cold-blooded reptiles must follow the sun, seeking its warmth to power their bodies. Glimpses of the river's most enigmatic residents are rare, a reminder of the secrets its dark waters hold. Flowers here have evolved complex shapes to attract very specific pollinators in a competitive world. The sun asserts its dominance over the morning mist, finally revealing the jungle in its full glory. With its large eyes, the nocturnal kinkajou takes one last look before the bright day sends it to sleep. This well-worn path is a testament to tireless industry, a superhighway built by millions of tiny engineers. The quiet of the dawn has passed. The jungle is now fully awake and buzzing with activity. Under the harsh midday sun, the struggle for survival in the canopy intensifies dramatically. In this dense foliage, the hunter and the hunted may be only inches apart, often completely unaware. The piranha's reputation is fearsome, but they are a vital part of the river's cleanup crew. For giant river otters, life is a boisterous mix of family duty and exuberant, noisy play. Agility and speed are essential assets for a medium-sized predator navigating this complex environment. Intelligence in action. This young capuchin is using a tool, a skill learned from its elders. It is the apex aerial predator of the rainforest. From its perch, nothing escapes the harpy eagle's gaze. This is symbiosis. The ants protect the tree, and in return, the tree provides them with food and shelter. The anaconda, the heavyweight of the Amazon. It moves with a slow, deliberate, and unstoppable power. With a prehensile tail acting as a fifth limb, the canopy becomes a three-dimensional playground. Bright color is not a decoration, but a deadly warning. I am poisonous. Do not touch. The art of invisibility. They are the jungle's advancing army. A swarm of army ants consumes everything in its path. The black caiman, an armored relic from the age of dinosaurs, is the undisputed king of the river. In a contest of color and dance, the male cock of the rock competes for the right to mate. It seems to defy physics, a burst of frantic energy allowing it to run on water. This riverbank clay provides essential minerals, attracting hundreds of butterflies in a shimmering spectacle. A herd of peccaries moves through the undergrowth like a single, noisy, and formidable unit. Flying high above the canopy, these macaws survey their vast domain, a flash of primary colors. An ancient mariner of the freshwater world, this giant turtle has seen centuries of change. The agouti's habit of burying nuts, a strategy for later, is essential for the forest's regeneration. Deception is a clever defense. A sudden flash of large eyes can startle a would-be predator. The tamandua is perfectly adapted for life in the trees, seeking its insect prey high above the ground. This towering structure is not Earth, but a complex, air-conditioned city built by millions of termites. It hunts with an invisible weapon, a powerful electric field that stuns its unsuspecting prey. A slow, relentless battle for sunlight. The strangler fig's embrace is patient and ultimately fatal. The capybara's calm demeanor makes it a mobile perch for birds, a peaceful giant of the riverbank. A flash of feathered lightning. The kingfisher's dive is a masterclass in speed and precision. In the dense green, a flash of color from the anol's throat fan is an unmistakable signal. This orchid is a master of deception, mimicking a female bee so perfectly that males try to mate with it. The ocelot's beautiful coat provides the perfect camouflage for stalking prey in the dappled forest light. For a young woolly monkey, its mother's back is a safe, mobile haven from the dangers below. This colossal fish, the arapaima, is an air breather, a giant that can survive in oxygen-poor waters. An incredible feat of strength, the dung beetle is the tireless recycling champion of the forest floor. High above, vultures ride the thermal currents, their keen eyes scanning the forest for signs of death. The red brocket deer moves like a ghost through the undergrowth, its survival dependent on remaining unseen. The bushmaster is a master of the ambush, capable of waiting motionless for days for a meal. Sticky pads on its feet allow the tree frog to defy gravity, opening up a vertical world to hunt in. These giant water lilies are strong enough to hold a human child, their surfaces a platform for life. A nest of exquisite delicacy, woven with spider silk, cradles the next generation of tiny hummingbirds. Foraging in daylight is a risky business for the paca, forcing it to be constantly on high alert. The Goliath bird eater is the world's heaviest spider, an intimidating predator of the forest floor. A clever strategy. The antbird follows the ant swarm, feasting on the insects fleeing the chaos. It is known as the water monkey. The arowana's powerful leap allows it to hunt above the surface. The tyra is a bundle of restless energy, equally at home on the ground or high in the trees. A caiman's smile reveals a formidable arsenal of teeth, perfectly designed for gripping its prey. A single branch can be an entire ecosystem, a hanging garden of plants that never touch the soil. Hundreds of parrots gather at this clay lick, a noisy, colorful spectacle to neutralize toxins in their food. The atmosphere itself is changing. A palpable tension builds as the jungle braces for the coming deluge. The first drops arrive, each one a signal, triggering a chain of reactions across the entire forest. The monkey's agitated calls are a clear sign of anxiety. The high canopy is no longer a safe place. The air grows thick and heavy. The light fails, plunging the vibrant jungle into a gloomy twilight. The first rumble of distant thunder is a deep, powerful warning of the energy about to be unleashed. The ant colony senses the change in air pressure, a signal to retreat to the safety of their nest. For a split second, a bolt of lightning illuminates the entire landscape in a stark, ghostly white. The great caiman, a master of its element, wisely retreats to the relative safety of the water. On the forest floor, the wind creates its own chaotic dance of swirling leaves and debris. Finding shelter is now the only priority. A hollow tree provides a perfect refuge for the toucan. The once calm river is whipped into a frenzy, its surface becoming choppy and inhospitable. Even plants react to the coming storm, folding their leaves to protect against the violent rain. For the slow-moving sloth, there is no escape. It can only cling tightly and ride out the storm. The air is filled with the rich, earthy smell of rain on dry soil, an ancient and evocative scent. The smallest primates huddle together for warmth and security against the storm's growing fury. For the jaguar, the apex predator, the storm is not a threat, but merely a change in weather. The wind moves through the canopy not with a rustle, but with a deep, intimidating howl. In mere moments, the last patch of blue sky is swallowed by the churning, monolithic storm clouds. The fish sense the turbulence on the surface, instinctively moving to the calmer, deeper water below. Butterflies, too fragile for the storm, cling to the undersides of leaves, their wings folded tight. Then, an eerie calm. The wind dies. The entire world seems to hold its breath in anticipation. The deluge begins. It arrives not in drops, but as a solid, deafening wall of water. The rain comes down with immense force, a spectacle of nature's power that transforms the landscape. Behind a curtain of water, the jaguar finds a temporary refuge, waiting with absolute patience. Each raindrop is a miniature explosion, a brief, violent impact on this world of leaves. Sheltered beneath a single leaf, the glass frog is safe in its own miniature, translucent world. The forest floor is briefly transformed into a network of fast-flowing rivers and churning streams. The jungle, washed clean by the downpour, reveals colors that are now deeper and more vibrant. The rain has its own music, a million different drumming sounds on a million different surfaces. For the anaconda, the floodwaters are not a threat, but an opportunity, a new hunting ground. The rain is a trigger for life's renewal, prompting a deafening chorus of frogs eager to mate. Water finds its way down every surface, revealing the intricate textures of the ancient tree bark. The tapir seems untroubled by the deluge, its thick hide a perfect coat against the storm. The river swells with astonishing speed, its banks disappearing as it claims the surrounding forest. A drenched kingfisher can only sit and wait, its hunting prowess temporarily useless in the storm. Below the surface, the clear water has turned to a murky brown, a world of near-zero visibility. The walking stick's grip is tenacious, its slender body perfectly designed to withstand the storm. The bromeliad's central cup fills with water, becoming a vital, high-rise pond for many small creatures. Safe in their den, the otter family waits out the storm, their strong social bonds providing comfort. Every puddle becomes a perfect temporary mirror, reflecting a dark, distorted version of the canopy. For the funnel-web spider, its silk-lined burrow is a waterproof bunker against the raging storm. The rain washes away months of dust, a symbolic cleansing that reveals the pure green beneath. Lightning provides a momentary X-ray of the jungle, revealing its hidden structure in a flash. A hollow log provides a dry, safe nursery for an opossum and the young clinging to her back. After the rain, the first sound is the constant dripping from the leaves, followed by a single, brave bird. As the sun returns, the forest breathes. The world is washed clean, steaming in the heat. Emerging from shelter, a monkey finds a fresh drink from a pool of rainwater in a leaf. Against the retreating dark clouds, a vibrant rainbow appears, a symbol of hope and renewal. A butterfly carefully dries its waterlogged wings, a delicate and vital process before it can fly again. It is a world reborn. The jungle glistens, renewed and replenished by the life-giving storm. As the sun sets, the sky becomes a canvas of fire, marking the transition from day to night. As one world sleeps, another awakens. The night belongs to the hunters, and none are more powerful. In the darkness, eyes are the first thing to be seen, glowing with an intense predatory light. Not all of the night's light comes from the sky. Here, the forest floor creates its own magic. The bat sees not with its eyes, but with sound, navigating a world of echoes and reflections. With enormous eyes to capture every photon of light, the owl monkey is a true master of the dark. The night has its own voice, a complex and overwhelming chorus of countless insects and amphibians. The pit viper does not see its prey. It senses its heat, a fatal advantage in the dark. This sphinx moth is a specialist, with a tongue long enough to reach the nectar of a special flower. Under the cover of darkness, the normally shy paca feels safe enough to forage for fallen fruit. Reflecting the moon, the great river becomes a winding ribbon of silver through the dark land. Its call is a key part of the nocturnal symphony, a sharp note in the humid night air. The armadillo is a tireless digger, its armored shell protecting it as it searches for food. Even the most powerful predators are cautious at night, where a threat can come from any direction. The gecko is a silent, expert climber, its specialized feet allowing it to hunt on any surface. The kinkajou, or honey bear, uses its long tongue to reach the sweetest rewards of the canopy. The elusive bush dogs hunt in packs, a coordinated and highly effective strategy in the dense undergrowth. Under ultraviolet light, the scorpion reveals its secret, glowing with an eerie, fluorescent light. On the riverbed, the catfish uses its sensitive barbels to taste and feel its way through the dark. Beams of moonlight pierce the canopy, creating isolated, dramatic spotlights on the forest floor. Many birds roost together through the night, finding safety and warmth in numbers. This is the hunter's view, a world of shadows and movement, where every sense is on high alert. The porcupine's defense is simple and effective, a sharp warning to any predator that gets too close. The night shift of decomposers works tirelessly, ensuring no fallen fruit or leaf goes to waste. The two-toed sloth is surprisingly active at night, moving through the canopy in search of food. A spotlight on the river reveals dozens of pairs of glowing eyes, the silent audience of the caiman. The forest may seem peaceful from above, but below, a million dramas of survival are unfolding. In the temporary pools left by the rain, amphibians take the opportunity to create the next generation. The margay is the most agile climber of all forest cats, a true acrobat of the nocturnal canopy. In the world of invertebrates, the giant centipede is a swift, powerful, and relentless predator. As the ground cools, a low fog forms, creating a ghostly, dreamlike world for the night's inhabitants. Silence is his greatest weapon. Specially adapted feathers allow the owl to approach its prey unheard. The vampire bat is a highly specialized mammal, a controversial but successful evolutionary path. The moonflower blooms for just one night, a fleeting, fragrant beauty reserved for the darkness. The millipede's legs move in hypnotic waves, a slow but steady march across the forest floor. The jaguar's hunt is a breathtaking explosion of power, a swift and final act of predation. The cecropia tree is a hub of nocturnal activity, a high-rise apartment building protected by an army of ants. For this specialized snake, a snail's shell is not an obstacle, but simply a puzzle to be solved. The howler monkey's call at night feels different, more haunting, a lonely sound in the immense darkness. With no city lights, the sky reveals its true majesty, a brilliant river of stars and galaxies. The hours just before dawn are the darkest and coldest, a final test of endurance for the night survivors. A single tentative bird call pierces the darkness, a signal that the long night is almost over. The first light returns, bringing with it not just warmth, but the promise of a new day. After the storm, the world is reborn, steaming and glistening in the golden light of sunrise. For those who have survived the dangers of the night, the daily routines of life begin once more. A new generation takes its first steps, a symbol of the forest's resilience and constant renewal. The great river, the lifeblood of the Amazon, flows peacefully under the gentle morning sun. A macaw soars towards the sun, a living embodiment of the vibrant, untamed spirit of this place. A successful hunt at dawn provides the vital energy needed to face the challenges of the coming day. Humans, too, are a part of this ancient world, their lives intricately woven into the river's rhythm. This single tree is a giant of the forest, a silent witness to centuries of life and death. From this high vantage point, the rainforest appears as it has for millennia, a truly endless sea of green. A final, intimate look at the forest's apex predator, a symbol of its raw power and beauty. Above it all, the clouds drift by, a reminder of the timeless cyclical rhythms of this ancient world. An ancient world of infinite complexity, where millions of such dramas play out every single day. This is the Amazon's timeless pulse, a rhythm of life that must continue to beat on.